Go ahead, Miss.
Okay,
Miss,
so
what's your name?
my name's Chris. I'm Chris fucking Lentz. Chris Lentz.
Chris Lynch. Yes, ma'am.
Graduated from Center in 1988.
Yeah.
I moved here. I moved to Marlboro August 15th of 2021, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so last summer. And there's a little boy, I won't say his name, but these kids were coming down to our house to play with Cassidy because she's like, excuse me, my daughter. She's the new kid on the block, and somebody new to play with, I imagine. They got to invent what they do around here, the little ones. And little boy, he wasn't no taller than the headlights of these cars, man. And these cars just fly down Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a thoroughfare for this community from 85th to like 75th. It's a good way to cut through. And some people, they'll go 60, 80 miles an hour, and you got to train the babies around here to circumvent that. Not the drivers. The drivers will shoot you if you have something to say about their driving, which not cool, but I mean, I
Not
get it.
cool.
I'm a driver,
Correct. Correct.
but when some of these kids are present, man, you'll see me slam on that brake, and I had this expectation that people will do the same for me, and they just won't. Anyway, a little boy, he was like no taller than the headlights, and it just got me thinking. We gotta get these kids off this street. They gotta have something to do, and
Correct.
uh,
Correct.
yeah. Anyway, what were we doing here?
Oh, we're just telling like stories about lives, how we live,
Yeah,
like how to take care of what we
August.
and to take care of what somebody give you, and don't bite the hand that feed you.
Yeah, it's a catch-22 sometimes. Sometimes it's real easy to be selfish and self-centered and narcissistic tendencies in the middle of being a martyrdom and trying to, in your mind thinking, oh, I got to do something for somebody, or you want to be an activist or whatever, and it's played out. People
Play
ahead
it
of me
out.
have
You
tried
said
so
that just
hard.
right.
There are people before me that have tried so hard to do things for community, and it just at some point either fizzles out, or you've only got so many, or there's restructuring, and your process is halted, and your players are who you have on the field at that time, and if you've got some 80-year-old ladies or whatever, or some old gentlemen playing cards, poker games up at the community center, and they have different ideas maybe than somebody that's 30 years younger, or whatever, or just I don't know what's been tried, because I want my stuff to be authentic. Kansas City, Midwest, what?
Want to put the hat on?
Huh?
It say Kansas City.
Yeah, look at it.
Want to put the hat on? Try it on.
No, I'm good. I'm good. KC. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
like
good.
the hat.
KC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Established 1938. So what happened in 1938 in Kansas City?
1938 was the
Had to do with Lynn Dawson?
the roar. It was like the roaring, not the roaring 20s, but it was the Great Depression.
Yeah.
And then during that Great Depression, everybody had to figure out what they're gonna do for each other. They had to figure out unity. They had to figure out,
themselves.
yeah, to reevaluate themselves.
In 1985, I was 15 years old, and I was on what I would consider, the underdog crew at Center. Certainly I wasn't going to be a cheerleader. I'm going to be a jock. There were two social categories. You were going to be a jock or a freak in the mid 80s.
Yeah.
So I naturally gravitated to that freak category, which, found me a lot of Friday and Saturday evenings in Marlboro community. There was one mom that would let us, all of us, a lot of us, hang out in her basement. We were anywhere from 15 to 16, 18 years old, and a group of us, underdogs.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, if it weren't for that committee of individuals, I would have been nobody. It was camaraderie, shoulder to shoulder. And we would drink keg beer and smoke cigarettes and think we were just the nines.
Say for instance, the people from the army, they protect this whole country.
Yes.
This whole country. And I respect everybody from the army. I salute them every time I see them.
Apache 1, I call to you, my guardian. Yes. Military is so relevant,
And also, I have an uncle that used to work in the military. His name was Larry Mays. And he won't say too much about like who he's protecting, who he protected. When I say overprotected, he was overprotective of me. This man about to shoot a cat over me one time. I was sitting there watching the whole damn thing, and I sat there, got gunshot. I got there from Marilyn Monroe, watching her and Joe getting together. And I'm a Marilyn Monroe fan.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. And it's like, I gotta do something. I can't sit on my ass and not do nothing all day. Gotta get out there and gotta experience.
It's real easy the thinking behind it wake up out of a lazy daydream of grandiose activity. And,
I
oh my God, I
promise
have to
you,
implement
yeah.
this. I might have to clean up all this trash in Marlboro by myself. I'm not sure. If that's what God calls me to do, then absolutely, that's what I would do. But yeah, it's when I was 15, this to me, Marlboro Park was just one little space.
Yeah.
Here, one little shoebox of a park. And then I moved here. I'm 51 years old. In 2022 after the COVID, massacre, and there's this whole area of it's God's beauty and
Yeah.
event space. And I see, beyond. I see beyond the dumping and the bad taste in your mouth when you talk about Marlboro, and all that. I see so far beyond that there's just such potential in this community. It's in my mind, it would be a shame, an absolute shame, to feed it to the wolves and just let it go by. And I don't know.
But know what you can't do for the Wolves? You can be their friend.
Yeah.
You can own one.
Exactly.
And then like, yeah. And I love wolves. The only animals I probably won't like, for real, is poisonous ones. I had a snake one time named Possum. And let me tell you,
Big and yellow python.
he's some type of green looking like, I don't know if he's poisonous, but that's
Well,
another
you hope
story.
not.
That's another story. And then he's like, take my check and get to do some rats. And
Yeah.
because like look,
Then you gotta whack them all, and you gotta whack them over the head. You gotta be involved. It's like a bloody crime scene. Like,
and it's got to be
I
a
had to kill
time,
this rat to feed my snake,
and
the
then
legs here, or the
it got to be a time to set them free.
stay alive. Yeah.
It got to be a time to set them free because you don't set them free, they're gonna be so cooked up in that box, and they really need somebody. But I had possum on my neck. I had them on my back and neck, and the person that helped me out a little bit previously was my wife Leah. Like the first time we met, we was at this park, and she wanted freedom. Cause like everybody kept on crowding her. I'm a Capricorn, I'm sitting here helping out. Her birthday is like a cross, quantum wave. She a Virgo and a Leo.
Yeah.
And I believe it. I believe it because like, so okay, so I seem like I gotta help you out first. Help my love life out first. I get done helping you out. That's how I looked at it.
If you're true to that honors your heart, and from there proceed. Whether she's in your life or not. I mean, there's a lot to be said about honor and duty and discipline and commandments
And let's not and I guess I'm gonna say this one good time. I don't know what they got against the army. I pray to God they don't got nothing against the army. We're going through too much as it is. The Marine Corps. The Marine Corps. They helped out a lot. Cause there was one while I was locked up. Oh shit, I did not do. Help me out. Help me get out. He like, bro, don't tell me, don't you do this. Not just get out of this. I knew what he was talking about. I was praying to God that what he was talking about. But that what he was talking about. Like, come on, AC, don't sit right there argue at the dude.
Yeah, it's a tough role, man. I mean, when you have to make a choice, when you got game, you got to make a call that blind. Me, I don't do it. I opt out because if you wanted me to choose between the four entities of military or whatever, I mean, I would take Air Force, Army, Marines, and Navy.
True.
I mean, just four staples. I can't. There is no choice.
True.
Because if you are patriotic, if you felt whatever you were called to do, if you felt that at that time, and that's the choice you made, and it was military, I respect you, man. I don't judge you, and I would hope that maybe you would judge me, but maybe privately.
No, I'm gonna judge you. I'm a Capricorn. I don't judge. Yeah.
Underdog,
I like keeping certain equities and unities clean.
I know. I mean, I feel like a Navy SEAL at this point. I mean, the things I've been through in my life, hands-free internal jet navigation, has taught me some things about myself that I've done things that I maybe would have thought were impossible before. Now it's kind of a special needs training, if you will, because of course I've never had a drill sergeant bring me to my knees, in a military setting and have me, bawling tears of pain and agony for, but to understand stress, to understand PTSD, and to come to know.
Yeah, and my wife had that PTSD.
I can't imagine what these men and women have been through. In full gear, full artillery. With the expectation, you will SOS. If your land calls you to do so, if you're where you're from, your power that be tells you to take the shot, and you don't have a choice,
And yeah, I
what
got
that
my
looks like
yeah, and
to
I
the
got my
human mind.
and I got that
I
shot
can't
too.
say I do. I can't
Yeah, you
walk
can't
in the
say it.
shoes.
Yeah.
But it's a different. I mean, in the same respect, I consider myself somewhat of a veteran
Mm-hmm.
because I've survived in these streets,
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City, and a war on drugs, and that's just what I choose to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And walked a line that has made me feel as though I've taken the beating of somebody at a military level, and been through some things that were somewhat militant, but as again I say, special needs. It wasn't formal training or boot camp or if anybody saw it on a piece of paper in a dotted line. Hi, hey B, what's good?
Your turn.
Filthy, yeah, go Filthy, go.
Go 50, go. Your turn. What you got to share? What you got to share today?
I'm almost old enough to say I know a little bit about a few things, but the older I get, the more I realize I don't know about a lot of things. And every day I wake up, I don't have to know if it's a good day or a bad day, cold or hot.
True.
I'm still alive.
And that's true, yeah. You said that. We all said that right.
Wake up and you're alive, how bad can it be?
I promise you.
There's people that got problems, and problems are the circumstances, how you react to them, whether or not it's problematic or not.
And that's all left to the good man upstairs, yeah. Yeah, deal with it. Hey, you heard him?
Keep your eyes open. You miss something, you might hear about it, but it's always convoluted.
Coming
What
back
you hear,
around.
what you see, pay attention to. Keep your eyes on the money, because money is what brings to a halt good things and puts in play negativity among people, just to keep discord in the masses. Because when people are together, that's a force bigger than any of the military. And all the military is a safety net so that everybody can function in the roles they got. I have a problem with the military, but the money that runs the military, that's some insanity there, man.
And I would join,
Sacrifice anybody.
and I would join it. I really would, cause I was thinking about it while I was going to school, and it's kind of trapped in my head right now. But it's like what I could do while I'm still here. I'm not going back down on south just like lounge around, mooch around, and all that. I'm not. Everybody else in there laughing at me, talking about all you do is go work, cut grass. Like, bro, what the hell y'all doing then? I'm getting my ass up and I'm doing something.
Yeah, that being, I say that the devil dreams on night horse. You can sit around and do what you want all day, but if you're not being productive, at the end of the day, you can look back on it and know that you've done something proper and haven't contributed to the malaise of society and the planet. Help anything throughout the day. I don't care what it is.
Well, even if you can't
And
do
all the
that,
bullshit for the
to
birds.
walk,
Yeah.
create movement for yourself and allow God to deal with your heart. That's what I do. If I can do nothing else, God help me to move my body, move my limbs, move my temple in a direction, and it's all about a walk sometimes because sometimes that's all I have.
Yes.
That's all I have to give. I have, and I mean, I get that, but that's like that old adage about if you not harming or at least don't cause any more harm. I mean,
Well, you
I
heard.
live in the neighborhood, man. I love Marlboro. I don't want to live in Holbrook. I want to live here.
Yeah, I want to live here too.
And I see a need. I see beauty. I see God's beauty. I see spatial reasoning and logic and community
And all we've been looking at, is God plan. That's all we waiting on right now. Is that God plan. That's all we've been waiting on. So you heard it here, folks. From Miss, say your name.
Kristen Lenz.
Miss Kristen Lenz and Mr. Filthy. What's your name? For Shell.
Phil Shell.
Phil Shell. For Shell. And Chris.
Yep, that's us.
You heard it here, folks.
It's so nice to meet you.
It's already on Facebook. Thank you.
In the park.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do it. All right. Well,
So let's give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Let's stop all this bullshit.
I'm in the blue house. We're in the blue house right here on Brooklyn. If you want to pop in. Okay.
Awesome. You too. Yep.
Hey, go this way?
Yeah. Well, it's up to you. behind and draw down, we can
You
just
wanna go see the girl baby?
draw down and go, like, don't matter. Well, with this stuff, chances are.
Oh, God.